Well, believe it or not, Madelyn Smith and Tom Berenger may just be following in the steps of Alfred Hitchcock, because in To Catch a Thief, when the cat burglar is unmasked, it is Grace Kelly. Now, Madelyn,
guess what?
not a bad precedent, huh? Have I spilled the beans by revealing that you're a thief in
Oh, heavens, no,
Comes?
no, we don't try and know. There's no shame
We
about
know
that
that
at all
right
in
away.
the show. That's right. Well, no, not right away. I mean, the first 2 or 3 hours, the stories ahead of the con artist game part of the story are, you know, the backstories of each character are very, at least mine is very different. I'm pretty much a victim of an awful lot of painful circumstance. In the beginning, it's rather dramatic and poignant. And then when she, you know, steps into this world of crime, it's almost like going from black and white to that color world in Wizard of Oz. I mean, everything is the clothes and the hair and the disguises and the ruses, and it's a very different world.
Now, both of you are partners in crime, and who steals whose heart here? Or is it a dead heat, so to speak?
I think it's a dead heat, but he's more honest about
more
it.
more aggressive than she is about it.
Well, have you come from a background of hard knocks too, or are you just like what you do?
Oh no, more than she has actually. You know, when the story begins, I mean, he's from, you know, Carnival. He's got an uncle that's family, but growing up in that atmosphere, it's very transient, and your family becomes carnival barkers and the tattooed lady, and, you know, things, strange people,
Yes,
you know,
indeed.
living on the edge of society. So that's what he's used to.
Now, how would the two of you typify this comedy romance? Maybe it's a story about crime, glitter, romance, love, what? Or have I already said it?
That's
You
it.
said it.
That's
Sorry.
that. And that can be pretty. That can be pretty funny.
Well, darn it, I just put words in your mouth.
Thank you.
Let me get
No,
some
it's
words.
got everything.
Yeah, go ahead.
Everything. I mean, in the beginning, it's this dark, awful tragedy, and how many more horrible things can happen, and lots of characters are being introduced, and they all have an effect on each other, and every now and then a funny, when the tension lets up, a funny scene will be injected, and then it totally shifts gears, and they go to Europe, they meet. It's almost like a different movie. It's changing gears all the time. This movie has just about everything I've ever seen.
And as far as having Tom Berenger in it opposite you, what can you tell us about working with old Tom here? What did
Working
you like
with old
the best?
Tom?
Yeah, what about that?
What did I like the best about Tom?
Good shoulder, huh?
That's one of those questions. Remember, we were trying to figure out what are the questions you don't want to hear, you know?
Well, you've got it. You're stuck with
He's
it.
easy to look at, but he's
Yeah.
also very funny.
Does he jump in
pretty
and out of
funny.
automobiles like in Big Chill, or is it?
No, Tom's a shuffler. He just sort of shuffles. I know Tom's footsteps in the hall, for instance. You just know he's coming. He's just got that kind of...
Daydream quality.
Tom,
Yes, yes,
let's turn this
dreamy,
thing on its
yeah.
head now. What about with Madelyn? Is she a shuffler too?
No, hardly. No, she's very hyper. But I mean, if you're going on 5 hours sleep and getting up at 5 in the morning to do makeup,
Well, really,
you're working 14
Can
hours.
you
know.
get to know somebody working on a project with them if you didn't know them before? Is there enough
Yes,
time for
I
that?
think there is.
Well, geez, there is and there isn't. I don't know how to say it exactly. It's like we didn't have a lot of time to socialize or anything like that. We had, I know in England we went out and had dinner
Yeah.
once, in France once.
You know what happens in a movie?
Geez,
You don't...
it's hard. And you work different hours or schedules and things, you know, like different days maybe. And
Making a movie with somebody like the way Tom and I did, it's almost like you become an old married couple before you get to go out
That's
on
true.
the first date.
Interesting, yeah.
You see them when they get up in the morning, you see them when they go to bed at night, you see
Yeah.
their worst moments. I mean, I know I've driven him incredibly crazy,
And I
there have
get
been
very
times
cranky,
when
you know.
his energy was in a different place than mine, and it would make me more frantic. I mean, we see each other at our worst and our best long before you
Nice
can...
parallel, though. I like that.
yeah, there's no courtship.
Right.
Well, for Kansas City audiences, too, there's a local tie-in with the two of you. As an Army brat, you were nearby.
Yes, I lived in Leavenworth
That's my hometown, you know.
in 1964.
Yeah.
Great year to live in Leavenworth.
How long?
Just 1 year. The year that, well, 1964 was a big year. I was 8 years old, and I loved it. The main thing I remember about Leavenworth, though, is we had a terrific tobogganing accident, my sisters and I, one day, and
Good heavens.
we lived in the Beehive. Do you know the Beehive?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, we
I've
lived in
moved
the Beehive,
furniture in and out of that
which is
place.
probably now a slum, for all I know.
Tom, you've worked at the Missouri Repertory Theater. What was that and when? Do you remember?
It wasn't the Missouri Repertory Theater, it was the New Resident Theater.
Ah,
The New Resident
it's
Theater.
gone through an incarnation.
Oh, it has, yeah, okay.
Well, how long did you live in Kansas City then?
I was only about a year. I was graduated from University of Missouri and then worked there as a film editor, and I did plays at night, you know, at the theater there, and did Streetcar and Electra.
And then, what, 30 miles apart, and Hollywood has brought you back together again. Partners in
Yeah.
crime. And what's the name of that again, of that show that you're in?
If tomorrow comes.
Whisper it.
If Tomorrow Comes?
Yeah. Why are we whispering? Do people whisper in
Just
L.A.
because
very
we
much?
haven't said it quite that way before.
Okay.
No, they say have a nice day.
All right. And you two, from Tom Berenger and Madelyn Smith, and from Los Angeles for KCTV5, I'm John Tibbetts.